Court rejects Wetangula's appeal on the Kenya Kwanza majority ruling that he made on 6th October 2022. I want us to listen to this report before we proceed.
Wetangula's bid to suspend a High Court ruling that declared the Azimio party as a majority in the National Assembly. Now, Wetangula had argued that the ruling had disrupted legislative functions, but the Court of Appeal dismissed this claim, citing insufficient evidence to prove that parliamentary business had been paralyzed as a result of the High Court's decision. Take a look.
Speaker Wetangula is once again confronted with complexities of determining the majority and minority in the National Assembly.
Order, honorable members.
This follows a Court of Appeal ruling that declined to suspend the High Court's decision, which declared Azimio as the majority. Wetangula had sought to overturn this ruling. In his argument, Wetangula claimed that High Court's decision had disrupted the operations of the House. However, the Court of Appeal found insufficient evidence to support this claim.
Matter did not go to court in vain. The contestation, Mr. Speaker, was your considered ruling of 6th of October. Once that ruling is quashed, you cannot then, Mr. Speaker, with due respect, come and say that no decision has been made. The consequences are two. One, the leader of minority becomes the leader of majority by operation of law.
The court further ruled that granting a stay order would effectively endorse the Speaker's decision prematurely, as the High Court had yet to determine whether its earlier judgment had been adhered to.
The member for Kilifi, the member for South Mugirango, and the member for Marsabit County as their preferred leadership in the House. Similarly, I have not received any communication from the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party replacing the member for Suna East, the member for Kadiani, the member for Suba North, and the member for Embakasi West as their preferred leadership in the House.
On the matter of Wetangula's dual role as Speaker of National Assembly and the leader of Ford Kenya, the court noted that the High Court had not issued any conclusive orders regarding this issue.
Take your seats.
Now, that is a report by TV47, and we must give them their own credit. Now, before we proceed, in case this is your first time on the Sport Check YouTube channel, kindly support us by subscribing and turning on the notifications bell. We are on a mission to 7,000 subscribers before the end of this month. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for supporting this YouTube channel. Now, court has rejected Moses Masika Wetangula's ruling that the Kenya Kwanza coalition is the majority in the National Assembly. This ruling was made on 6th October 2022. Now, recently, a High Court in the Republic of Kenya ruled that it is indeed that Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party at that particular time were the majority. And if you come to the court of public opinion, that is the reality on the ground. Immediately after the 2022 elections, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party had more members of parliament compared to Kenya Kwanza coalition being led by President William Samoei Arap Ruto. But as we speak today, President William Samoei Arap Ruto has managed to get more members of parliament to his side, including ODM MPs, a few members of parliament from the Jubilee, and also from his own UDA party, and some members of parliament are also left the United Democratic Alliance Party, which is in the Kenya Kwanza coalition. That means there are a lot of challenges. But what does this move means to Moses Masika Wetangula, the Speaker of the National Assembly? The reality on the ground is that ODM as a party has created a mistrust between that political party and Wiper Democratic Movement and other political parties within Azimio la Umoja. So this creates a majority crisis in the National Assembly. I don't want to say that all members of parliament that are in ODM are now affiliated to President William Samoei Arap Ruto. The reality on the ground is that there are a few members of parliament like Babu Owino and others who are opposed to ODM joining President William Ruto's government, and that means some members of parliament within ODM are now defending President William Samoei Arap Ruto. But this move can create a new ground for majority crisis in the National Assembly. We saw what happened after that particular ruling. We saw members of the Azimio, like led by the minority rather, that is Honorable Millie Odhiambo, shifting from the minority side to majority side, and she occupied the front seat where she was claiming that indeed Azimio Moja is the majority. And I remember Junet Mohammed saying that broad-based government, only works at the executive level, not at the National Assembly. So there are a few members of parliament, and I'm just waiting to see what will take place once they resume from their short recess, so as to see what members of Azimio Moja will do after this ruling. I am confident that there must be a member of parliament who will come out to start demanding that Azimio Moja One Kenya Coalition Party must be declared the majority. Number two, it leaves Wetanguala politically worried. Why do I say this? We all know that Wetanguala contributed, despite the fact that the people are saying he only brought 200,000 votes, but as per the results that were announced by the late IEBC chair Wafula Chebukati, he announced that the difference between President William Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga at that particular time was 200,000 votes. And Moses Masika Wetanguala was able to convince his where he has got a say, especially in Bungoma, and he was able to give William Samoei Arap Ruto 200,000 votes. So right now, he must be politically worried because William Ruto has got new friends. That is the reality on the ground. He has now ODM, and that means he can substitute those votes. But let us not forget, the mountain is gone in President William Ruto's political equation, because there is a way those leaders are misleading their people, that they are being targeted as a community, yet the leaders are the people who are bringing this particular political problem. Then last thing, it also creates a possibility of impeaching Moses Masika Wetangula, and this is my honest opinion. I strongly feel that it is impossible to impeach him right now, being that he understands how politics work in the Republic of Kenya. He has been on the same side with Raila Odinga, the same side with the President William Samoei Arap Ruto, and these are all his political friends. If any member from ODM wants to bring an impeachment motion against the current Speaker of the National Assembly, Raila Odinga can only make one phone call, and that motion will be dealt with. The only people who can bring a motion are those who are affiliated to Rigathi Gachagua and Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, but the reality, they don't have numbers to impeach Moses Masika Wetangula. We'll be following this particular story, but that is just my opinion. In case you have any counter opinion, feel free to share in the comment section. Bye for now. I will see you in the next video.